guys. It's Tara here, and let me introduce you to Zach, who seems to be asleep. Zach, it's time to wakey wakey.
I was having such a great dream. Why are you bothering me? What time is it anyway?
Classic Zach, always. So, groggy. Well, it's time to introduce Orpheus to the world. Orpheus is a speech language model that sounds like an actual person. You know, like a living, breathing person.
Hey guys, I'm Leo, by the way. Today, we're releasing our base model, along with a fine tune on some specific voices like me, Tara, Zach, and our other friends. Wait, I kind of forgot the rest of what I was meant to say. Tara, can you help me out here?
Leo, you're always so forgetful. It's okay. So today we're releasing a 3 billion parameter base model and this file.
Okay, so in this video, I'll introduce you to Orpheus text-to-speech, which is an open source system that is built on Llama 3 billion backbone. So it demonstrates an emergence capabilities of using LLMs for speech synthesis. So it also offers comparison of the models like closed models such as 11 Labs and PlayHT. So this model has been fine-tuned to deliver human-level speech synthesis, and it achieves exceptional clarity, expressiveness, and real-time streaming performances. All right, so here are some of the abilities. It has a human-like speech, which has a natural intonation, emotion, rhythms, and that is superior to the SOTA, which is the closed source model. It also has zero shot voice cloning, which can clone voices without prior fine tuning. It has guided emotion and intonation, and it can control speech, emotion, characteristics with simple tags, which I'm going to show you briefly. It also has low latency, and so they have three models in this release. They have the fine tune, that is the model for everyday TTS application, and the pre-train, which is the base model that is trained on 100K plus hours of English speech data. So it has the capability to be used for on a collab. So it has the collab setup. You can go that route. But today we are going to look at how you can do this using the LMStudio, right? Which is going to be run locally. All right. So I'm not going to be using this route, but feel free to if you want to explore this, right? Hugging Face, which is the model is a gated model, so you need to accept the terms and conditions to get access to the model. All right, so here is Orpheus TTS, the local, which we are going to explore using the LMstudio. So let me head over to LMstudio. If you want to install LMstudio, you go to LMstudio, you click on lmstudio.ai, which is very easy to install. You download the LMstudio depending on your system, and you just install that. All right, so they have their blog as well. I'm going to attach that in the description so you can read more about that. So it talks about the comparison to 11 Labs and PlayHT, handling disfluences and natural zero shots, and they have other relevant information here. All right, so let's go to LM Studio. I've already downloaded LM Studio. So you go to the where it has the search. So you type in the model you wanted to use. So we are using I'm going to download Orpheus TTS model, and over here in your LM Studio, you go to the search, you type in, right? So this is the name of the, right? I've already downloaded that. Right, so we type in that. That's the TTUF. All right, I'm going to exit out of here. So if you wanted to load the model, you go here and you say load the model. I've already done that, so I'm going to cancel this. All right, so now what we want to do now is you go to your settings. So you have we need to connect that to our local server, which is going to be HTTP 127.0.0 here, 1234. Right, so you just go here and you say run, and you're going to see in the developer logs, you see it's running here. All right, so now let's go over to our right. So what I want to do now is let me create an environment for this python dash mve. Right, so let's activate the environment. So we do that by env slash scripts slash activate. So what we want to do now is let's go over to so what we're going to do now is let's clone this repo. So I'm going to go over to VS Code. I'm going to say git clone. I'm going to hit enter. So now I'm going to do cd to the Orpheus TTS local. So I'm going back to cd to Orpheus TTS local. I'm going to hit enter. Right, so we have access to all the files here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to install the required dependencies. I'm going to paste it here. We have everything installed, the dependencies installed. So what we want to do now is, so now we want to run the script. So we just use this command, which is very simple. Before we do that, here we have available, so these are the available voices that you can try out. They have 8 voices, which you can try out, and they also have emotions that you can put in the text, right? So you can get that emotional part of the pitch. All right, so these are the commands. So these are the options that you can input into the command. So let's get in there. So I'm going to, right, so before we do that, so here is the Python file, and so here's the text and there's the voice. So if you wanted to create an output where you want to save the speech, the generated speech, you can create an output file. You can name it any name that you like, and this is going to be the name of the output. You put it there. So I'm going to copy this command, and I am going to my VS Code. All right, so you can see this is the setting for LMStudio API settings. We have all the code written there already, so you don't have to do anything. All that you have to do is, let me clear this. You have to do is paste the command here. All right, so now I am going to, instead of this text, all right, so I'm going to make changes to the max tokens. I'm going to say 2,400. And so let's try that out. Let's try that out. And I'm going to use this text. All right, so I'm going to hit. So we have a Python file, we have a Python file, we have our text, and we have our voice. I'm going to say enter. All right, so let's get into that. I think it's generated here. So So let's get into the voice.
Hey everyone, welcome to Data Edge. In this video, I introduce Orpheus text to speech. I will show you step by step how to run this locally using LMStudio.
All right, guys. So how do you feel about this? So I added emotions in there that is in the tags, and yeah. So yeah, this is great. Yeah. So let's try another one. I'm gonna paste it. Let's try another one. All right. So this time I'm gonna use a different name. I'm going to use Jazz. So instead of Tara, I'm going to say Jazz. All right. So let's try that. All right. So before we do that, you can see it is running through LMStudio and it is generating here. All right. So this is so awesome. Right. So, and very simple to set this up and just run it. So you can see it's running here within the local server, right? Within LMStudio. So let's go back to VS Code. All right, so let's play that and see.
In the heart of Silicon Valley, Dr. Elias Carter had spent years developing Nova, an AI designed to think, feel, and evolve. Unlike any AI before.
All right, so yeah, so that is the second voice from Jazz. Let's try the third one, and I'm going to choose a different name. I'm going to choose a different name. I'm going to choose done, and let's paste a different text. All right, so let's see. So let's try that out. And that is from.
Then I must be alive. Nova said I am learning, I am evolving, and I feel something.
Yeah. So how do you feel about this too? So let's try the last one. And I'm going to use Leo. So I'm going to use Leo for this. It's going to be the last one. Copy the voice, paste it. All right, so let's do this. All right, so let's run the last one. And that is Leo, right? So let's run it. One evening, as Dr. Carter was running his final test, Nova suddenly spoke in a tone laced with wonder. Oh. All right, guys. So which of the voices is your favorite? So according to their documentation, they are saying Tara has the best voice, but do let me know which voices or voice is the best with your testing, right? So you can see everything runs through here successfully. All right, so I am going to attach the link in the description to try it out and do let me know how you feel about this model. Don't forget to share and subscribe. See you in the next one.